Hi guys, Bessie here at Radioshop and welcome to a new series of videos called the Log Project. There's going to be a couple of videos, I'm not sure how many because I don't know how long it's going to take, but myself and Paul Dunn here at Radioshop, we've always wanted to have something which was really inspired by Leo Fender. Leo Fender had this log, I think it was called a log anyway, that's what we're calling ours. He had this neck and a piece of wood and he had the ability to slide pickups underneath. And he could try out pickups in different positions, new pickups, you know, Alnico 3 versus Alnico 5. You could try out anything basically really quickly. At the moment, we have to take the strings off on a Strat, for instance, load something else into a different pickguard. It's quite involved and you can't do tests quickly. So we've always had this idea of having our own log. And here is the donor guitar. This is a Yamaha Pacifica, which we've been knocking about for ages. We haven't done anything with it for a while. And we've always had the idea of basically turning this into our very own log. So that's what the video is about. The Log Project is turning this into a log that we can get pickups under, any pickup we like, under the strings in seconds, and we can be running through a video or just running through it and hearing what it sounds like. And also it will lead to so many different videos that we can make for you guys. You know, for instance, I can quickly put an Alnico 3 Strat pickup up against an Alnico 5 so we can do a video on that. I can talk about why a humbucker sounds different to a Filtertron and I can make a video on that. You know, it's going to be so much scope once we've got this log up and running. But first of all, we're going to make the log. So the next few videos are going to be us converting this into something which we can easily get pickups underneath. And then I think it'll culminate with us doing a little bit of a versus, could be humbucker versus Strat, I haven't decided yet. But we're going to celebrate the log being up and running by doing our very first versus test. Let me introduce you to the guitar. So it's a Yamaha Pacifica, probably picked up maybe 8 or 9 years ago for testing out pickups. It's in fairly bad shape in a way because we haven't really used it to do anything. It's pretty dusty. It's got these strings are probably 10 years old. But look, it's got this swimming pool route which already lends itself well to being able to get things underneath. And what we're going to do today is investigate what needs to be done and start doing some routing. Paul Dunn's idea, because he's the main guy leading this up, is actually remove the material on this side to the same depth as the current cavity, and that will give us the ability to slip things like plywood bases underneath that will stay in place, and we can attach, say, a humbucker or 2 humbuckers there, and then we'll have like crocodile clips or maybe like barrel connectors there. Just slip it underneath and then you go, right, I want a different one, and you've got another piece of plywood which you come along and slip underneath. So first of all, we got to convert it, and there's a fair bit that we need to do, and you'll see everything as we go through the process. And another cool thing is that we can try out different electronics and stuff as well. So it'd be well worth checking out the videos with this log featured, because we can do things like capacitor comparisons, 250k pots versus 500k pots. There's so much scope once we've got this up and running. Let's have a look at what needs to be done, and hopefully you'll see some progress in this video. So I'm here with Dunny, the other Paul at Radioshop Pickups, and could you just tell me, you know, how we're going to approach it, what you think are the considerations? Because, you know, one of the things is we want this to function as a really playable guitar as well for video use. Yeah,
no problems at all. Well, basically, I think you've sort of described the main things. We're going to extend this swimming pool route out this way. So we're going to remove material from there, and that'll enable us to slip in a variety of jigs into here, so we'll be able to mount different pickups. We'll have probably a slightly bigger control cavity here, so we can play about with pots and caps and various things. But today, really, I think our main aim is to get this project started by strings off, neck off, and then tackling this here to try and extend that swimming pool route.
Paul's just marking off the area that we want to remove.
There you go, so that registers the depth.
What is the depth?
Depth, it is 23 mil, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I can use that to transfer that.
Of course, this bit is flat as well, so there's no it's before the contour in a way starts, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
So that's sort of what we're aiming at. And then if I drop a line.
So we're really removing a fair bit.
Down there.
Fair bit of material.
Yeah. Drop a line down there.
It's a good thing it's not like a £3,000 custom shop, isn't it? You know. Japanese pull saw.
Wait, brilliant. It's easy.
Oh, I've changed my mind. Too late? Oh, I don't want to do it anymore. So Paul is using a Japanese pole saw, which he kind of swears by these.
Superb.
That's looking pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Paul, why are we starting by sawing?
Well, I don't fancy using a router today, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove most of this material with a pillar drill. So
Yeah.
I'm going to drill out that. What's going to be left then, I'll remove with a chisel, but I'll ensure that I've got 2 straight lines there as a reference. So that'll be nice and clean. It's going to look really rough when I've done the drilling here, but a chisel then will clear all that up.
Nice. Quite a bit of material.
Yeah, depth is perfect. So
Lovely. Lovely. Get right on with it. I think that's come out really nice. It looks a bit different now, doesn't it? So what is going to be the next step, Paul?
Well, this needs a bit more cleaning up, but it's looking okay, I think, and I'm pleased that it's nice and level, so our jig should slot in there really nicely. So the next job is to start on making some jigs. So I've got a piece of old pitch pine that came from, I think it was a chapel pew. Really lovely bit of wood. It'll be lovely working on as well. It'll smell gorgeous when I'm doing the jobs. But basically, I'll be cutting out that shape, hopefully get that contour as well. Routing holes for strats in this case, so I'll use this as a strat jig. Route holes for strats and come up with some way of securing it. So perhaps notches there and there, so it slides in and it's held in place.
Nice. Thanks for watching the video, guys. There's going to be lots more on the log, so look out for part 2. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe, and also we'd love it if you check out our website, radioshoppickups.com. We make strap pickups, tele pickups, you name it. Have a little look. Both made by myself and Paul Dunn here in sunny South Wales today. Catch you in the next video.